Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Jim from Jim's Holiest Coleus, and I'm in my greenhouse. I made the initial start of a move-in. Bringing just my most hardy Coleus in. Tonight is the last, it looks like, of the below 40s temps. So right now it's I had the doors open. It was around 90 in here a little while ago. It's 80, but ventilation is very important, so I'm getting it ventilated. So what I did over the past couple of days is made up my first collection of hanging baskets, and I basically just went through my whole collection, my stock of Coleus, and just designed some hanging baskets based on the type of Coleus and so forth. And these will, in another month or so, will grow out, and you know, by July these will be nice, full, completely filled, overflowing baskets of a variety of Coleus. I put 3. This is a 12-inch, but I primarily keep with the 8s. I get these from a greenhouse supplier. They're a couple of bucks a piece. But I basically just, again, I just take an assortment of different Coleus. And initially, the first day or so, they look washed out, droopy. They do go through shock when you transplant your Coleus, so just be careful. Make sure you use really good quality Miracle Grow potting mixture. I can't stress that enough. So this is really in my initial, and I'm working this weekend, so I'm planning Monday afternoon to actually move all my racks in. Again, if you follow along, I just put my new floor in. I have one set of racks in here already. So basically on Monday, I'm going to move all my stock in here. They really need to get out here into the greenhouse. I mean, they can only do. I mentioned this before. At this stage, they're in their nursery pots, and they'll grow. But in front of a bay picture window, you're only going to get so much growth, and it's always going to be 67, 68 degrees in my house. I'm not going to put the heat up to 80. And it really needs the natural light. So as soon as I can get them out here where I feel safe, I just don't want to I don't want to risk losing my crop. But I do have this furnace. This is an old ceramic disc furnace that's tremendous. So if it drops into the 40s, which I already tried it, it'll keep it around 62, 63 degrees in here, which is fine. That's safe. I don't have to worry about ruining my losing any of my plants. So again, tonight is the last night. It looks like the extended forecast I looked. Tonight is the last night that the temperatures are in the high 30s, 38. So these will be fine. I'm going to keep the heater on tonight. But again, starting tomorrow, the night lows are going to be in the upper 40s and 50s and 60s. So that'll be fine. Which means the daytime temperatures will be nice and toasty. It'll get well up into close to 90. You know, I don't keep it 100. If it starts approaching 100 in here, again, I had mentioned before, again, I built this greenhouse. What's important with greenhouses is ventilation. This is a vent window. During the summer, when it's really, really hot and humid and stagnant, it's important to keep a lot of ventilation. So I keep the door open. There's another vent window. I'll put the shade barrier down to cut down on the direct sun, because in the summertime, if it's 95 degrees outside, it can get up to well over 120 in here. So it's important for your Coleus to get lots of ventilation, and I'll post a video as the season progresses. But again, back to my hanging baskets. I'm really excited having these out here, and I'm really excited to get my plants out here, because I know that once they're in here, then they're going to really start to take off, and then I'll have a better chance, and I'm going to I'm gonna do another 10 baskets, I guess. I have some people that already asked for some baskets. So, and I got some extra pots out here. I got a bunch of pots inside now. I just ordered from, I ordered from Rosie Dawn, Coleus, rosiedawn.com. It's a nursery, and they exclusively raise Coleus. So I usually order every couple of years a couple of different Coleus strands that I don't have, and these really caught my eye. This is a Saturn. This is Defiance. Blair Ringleader, and there's Blair Witch. So I got these for my personal collection, and there's a little planter I made myself. Now this is going to be beautiful. Wait till you see later on. Remember this Coleus plant, because in another month it's going to be huge, overflowing. You won't even see soil. It's going to be a beautiful, huge Coleus plant. And there's a point center I just threw out here. Some people ask about how to take care of insects of Coleus. This is the perfect safe stuff. It's insect soap. But another major another way to really prevent insects, pests, is to make sure you got good ventilation, and always check underneath, because that's where the pests, mites and stuff like to, you'll see them, little fuzzy pests. But I only use that if I see them. I don't necessarily spray it unless I really need it. But I've been lucky. I have had very few pests. But I keep a fan in here. It's not in here now, but I set up a ventilation fan here for when those days come that it's super hot and humid, stagnant out, to keep air movement, because that's very important. So as you can see, some beautiful color, and these are still young. So the vibrancy, once they get mature and they fill out, the Coleus, they start spreading branches. You're not going to know that there were 3 Coleus plants in here. You're going to see 3 different types, but it's going to look like one big giant Coleus arrangement. So don't be afraid to try this. This is a lot of fun. You can get these at a dollar store. You don't need to have 400 Coleus like I do. So again, I did around 8, 9 baskets, 10 baskets. These are real beautiful. I love the burgundy, the contrast with the burgundy and the green. Alright, so I'll post another video on Monday afternoon or Tuesday once I get everything moved in. Till there, thank you for following along. And then any questions, I'm up to over 400 subscribers now. Keep passing it along. To become a member of Jim's Holiest of Coleus, follow along. It's lots of fun. And there's a couple of plants from last year. I haven't given up on that. That's a Lord Voldemort. That's a rooting, and again, that'll be giant, huge, nice little plant. So as long as they're green, don't give up on them. There's going to be little branches that die that look really bad. You just trim them down. As long as you got green growth here, you're good. Let's see what we got here. It's about 72 degrees in here. That's with the doors and windows open. So I'll shut them in a little while because I want to get it nice and warm in here for the overnight, and I'm going to plug my heater in before sunset. Get a nice color there. That's beautiful. That's going to be a beautiful Coleus. Threw a little greenery in there. All right, so thanks for following along. I hope everybody has a good weekend. Looking forward to spring and lots of Coleus. Have a good weekend, everybody.